Peace, folks. It's Carmen D. Player, Cosmic Hype Woman of the Universe. Hype being, have your perspective elevated. So I'm super excited about this particular word that Spirit gave. And like I was saying before in other videos and messages, a lot of the things that I'm sharing is because Spirit is working with me on certain topics and things. I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm a master at any of this. It's just that this is what Spirit's given to me, and I trust that in sharing it and sharing these words and insights and revelations, I guess you could say, I trust that it's going to help you too. So today, I want to talk about staying on vibe. Okay, so remember, we are psychophysical beings. So whatever it is that we believe and whatever it is that we think comes into manifestation. So what does that mean in real life application? You know that thing that you've been thinking about? That vision, that something that gives you like that bubbly, effervescent excitement to think about manifesting? That vision, you got to stay on vibe of the manifestation, right? And by this I mean, think about the experience that you want and that you deserve. It doesn't necessarily have to be the specific thing. Here's an example. When a farmer, we're going to call him an apple farmer. When an apple farmer plants a single seed, does that farmer ask God or Spirit about how many apples that will be on the tree? No. She merely just expects an abundance of apples. Does that farmer ask how many seeds would then be in the apples that would be in the abundance? No, not to that detail, right? The farmer merely expects an abundance, a yield. And so with this, I invite you to think about the experience that you want to have, that you want to manifest, that feeling. So when Spirit gives you a vision, particularly when it's something that's bigger than you are, there are a lot of different pieces that have to come into manifestation, different things that have to be moved. Different folks also have to accept their yes with your sacred yes in order for things to be aligned, right? And so when it's bigger than you are, when the vision is bigger than you are, when the calling is bigger than you are, especially when it's elevated and it's for the good of all people, there are a lot of small things that have to move. So if your manifestation, if that vision doesn't seem like it's moving or it's not coming fast enough, just understand Spirit is like, no, I got it. Like, I need you to chill, because I got to move these 23,000 things in order for that yes to manifest. Okay. I need you to stay in the vibe, in the place of expectancy of knowing that vision is coming to manifestation. It's materializing. There's a scripture, and I don't like quoting scripture all the time. I mean, I will sometimes. There are different books that have different offerings. The book that I grew up with is the Bible, right? And so this is the one of the scriptures that has definitely spoken to me. And now that I'm thinking about it in the life of metaphysics and the lens of metaphysics, it has something more for me. And that being like the definition of faith. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So it's what you're believing that comes into substance or material, psychophysical being. So whatever it is that you're believing about this vision, about this calling, about whatever it is that you want to materialize and to manifest into this reality, into this world, into this experience, you gotta believe, you gotta have faith that it is materializing, that it is happening, it is unfolding in divine order, because that faith makes it into a substance, right? So if faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things unseen, for me, I think about in my life all the times that I'm praying and meditating, the different classes that I'm taking, the notes that I'm taking, the reflections that I'm doing, the uprooting, the naming and identifying of mental and spiritual blocks that I have, about the tears that you don't know about the wrestling that happens even within my own mind and spirit with that jerk imposter syndrome. Like, there's so many things that you don't see, but what you will experience, what other people will experience, is when all the things that come into manifestation, when all the things that are aligned with my yes comes into material, you'll know that there was some work that was happening on the back end, and the evidence of my faith, the evidence of my belief will happen in my experience, right? And so it is vital that we stay in a space of, I like to call it, this is what I like to call it. It's like this effervescent excitement, right? This giddy excitement, like Spirit is doing something around this. And it's so important in particular to know that this is manifesting in divine and right order, because there are going to be storms and different things that happen that might actually make you think that it's not coming to manifestation. So there's a saying like, oh, God blocked it. Usually when people say God blocked it, it's about protection, right? That something terrible was going to happen to you and God blocked it. God was your shield, right? Or that somebody had ill will, but something happened to them and God blocked it. Yeah, sure. I'm cool. God blocked it. I'm here for that. And sometimes God will block you or block something, block a flow in order to make you go into a different direction. So most civilizations that were near water or rivers or lakes or deltas or anything else like that will utilize the flow of the water in order to direct the water into places that they need the water to go to yield life. And sometimes what they would do is place blocks in the flow of the water in order to direct it to where it needs to go. So that thing that you saw that was a no, when you were going in this direction and it stopped abruptly, or it was not aligned with what you want to do, or it felt like part of your dream was just being demolished, like you're just feeling deflated, like, why did this happen? I'm not supposed to do this, but you still have that effervescent feeling, like that excitement, like this is what I'm supposed to do. Like, you know that this is my actual call. Like, this is the thing that I'm supposed to bring life into this. Sometimes Spirit, God, whoever, Spirit will cause a block in order to move you into a different direction of where you need to go in order for that yes to manifest. Because I don't know about you, it definitely happened in my life to where I had my energy flowing in a direction that had nothing to do with my sacred yes. And so Spirit, being my best homegirl, homeboy, homie, was like, this needs to be blocked and you need to come over here into this direction in order for your yes to manifest like you need to, in order for you to be over here to get that yes from somebody else who also said yes, to be in connection with that individual, to get this idea, to get this lesson, in order for you to be prepared for the full manifestation of your yes. So what do we do in the meantime? Wait on the Lord, if you will. Wait, serve. Wait, be a steward. Be prepared to receive that which you are manifesting. What does that mean? So if you're believing that you're manifesting a life that is one of abundance and ease and peace, and like you have an overflow in your life that is reflecting to you from health to finances, so on and so forth, that means that we need to do the work of being ready to be good stewards of it, right? Because if I am expecting an overflow of finance, and I know this is coming. I know this is coming. God will open up the windows of heaven to pour you out a blessing so much that you don't have room to receive it. I'm going to have room to receive it, and I'm also going to be a good steward of it. So I'm going to learn about financial literacy, right? I'm going to take some free courses. I'm going to look online, and I'm going to learn how to manage my money. I'm going to get my credit right. So when that abundance comes, I already know how to take care of it. I'll be a good steward of it, that I'll be able to give. I'll have so much that I'll be able to share and spare, right? That I know that when I know that my glorified body is manifested, I know it will be. So the thing about it is that I know that this body is going to be revealed, its true self. And in the meantime, I'm just going to keep on running. I'm going to keep on eating right. I'm going to keep on doing my crunches. I might not see it just yet, but I see it. I see it, right? So when it does manifest, I'll be able to keep that maintenance of continuing to make sure that my body is strong and right and taken care of, right? So whatever it is, if it's love, right? If it's a relationship that you are manifesting and experience, be specific about what you deserve, right? If you are manifesting a relationship that is about communication, that is about transparency, that is about reciprocity of energy and love and stability and peace and all the things that you want and what you desire and that you deserve, you got to have it with you first, right? So if you want transparency in a relationship with another individual, are you being transparent with yourself? Are you being real about yourself and what's going on, right? So in this time of waiting for whatever it is that we're manifesting to become material, we are given the invitation to get ourselves ready to receive it, to be good stewards of it, right? So stay on the vibe, and understand that even if there's a block, it's because we're supposed to be in a different direction, right? It's not to be, I have to strongly encourage myself, and I also strongly encourage you to stay on vibe, because even when the blocks happen, if we're not being mindful of how we're responding to it, we can say, oh, well, I guess I'm not supposed to get that doctorate. I guess I'm not supposed to have that business. I guess I'm not supposed to get this whatever deal. If we start to believe that we're not supposed to have something, you remember how Spirit's your number one homegirl, homeboy, homie? Spirit's going to show you that. Spirit doesn't care about actually what you believe. Spirit was just going to show you what you believe. So if you start to believe that you don't deserve something, the Spirit's going to show you you don't deserve something by not allowing it to manifest, right? So like being super mindful about the energy, the vibe that we're staying on as we're manifesting whatever is our heart desire or call, what is calling to be birthed out of us, and staying on the vibe of manifestation of the experience. What is going to be like when this thing happens? I'll go into detail about that a little bit later. If I get some good feedback, if you want to learn more about my own experience, I'll be more than happy to share bits and pieces of it. I have some things that I'm manifesting for myself, for you as well, that's coming up. So I don't want to do everything, but I just want to give that little tidbit. Stay on vibe. Stay on vibe, because you are worthy. You're worthy of whatever it is that you are really excited about. You are called to be in this space to do something different, because whatever is coming up for you that you really just want to create, that really just feeds your soul, that gives you what you feel like is your meaning and your purpose, somebody else is calling out for it, right? So if you don't give birth to whatever it is, if you don't shine however brightly that you're supposed to in this specific way that only you can do, somebody else is going to miss out on it. Somebody else is going to miss out on it. Just as you are called to give this, somebody is calling to receive it, right? So stay on vibe. Think about that. Don't pay attention to all the distractions and the blocks and everything else like that. Stay on vibe. Stay on vibe. What are you manifesting? Stay up there. Stay up here. I mean, the reality is what it is, but sometimes it can be distracting. The block could be telling you to another direction. Stay on vibe. Stay on vibe. It's happening. Just hold on. When it's bigger than you are, there are a lot of little details that Spirit has to move in order for it to come to manifestation. This is about you. You can do this. Just stay on vibe. Please know that you are loved. You are loved. You are whole. You are holy. You came right on time. Thank you for saying yes to come down to this world. I appreciate you. And I'm sending you mad hype. Right on to the right on. Peace.